Hey folks, welcome along. We've got another video today. We're going to check out the XVive More You.
This More You, more not him,
Me.
not you, but it.
What? Hey, what is this? It's a little interface.
Yeah, so basically it's a digital interface, right, that you can use to record. You can plug it into a computer, you can plug it into an iPad. It's bus powered as well.
You can do sweet tricks with it.
You can do sweet tricks with it because it's quite little. So basically it's a small 2-input with combo inputs as well, digital interface that you can use for home recording. It's portable, it's easy to use. It also has little mini jack MIDI in the back. It's expandable via ADAT and other options, which we'll get to later on as well. But basically, it's a small interface. So let's just, for example, right? Let's just to show how it works. Let's turn it on. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So it's bus powered. I've got my iPad here. This is an iPad Pro with a USB-C connection. If you don't have an iPad Pro with a USB-C connection, I think most iPads now do USB-C, don't they? But if you have one with Lightning, you just need a cable that's Lightning to USB-C.
It's bus powered, but it's also powered by a USB-C power source of some sort.
Yes.
So it's USB-C either way.
Which we'll get to later on as well. But basically, you plug that in. If I can get it. You plug it in.
Yes,
you stick it there. You put it down. It powers on. There's the iPad now. This is powered now by the iPad, bus powered. And you've got all this stuff. So let's quickly look at what it can do on its own. So it's a digital interface. It converts your audio signal, like a guitar, microphone, whatever you want to plug into it, keyboards, percussion, anything.
Bongos.
Really, it's up to your own imagination what you want to record.
Probably definitely bongos.
But I would stick with things that make noise.
Bongos.
You've got the 2 combo jacks. You plug it in. It converts it to a digital signal. You can plug it into your iPad, into your computer. You can use Logic. You can use Pro Tools. You can use Reaper. You can use whatever. Studio One. You can use any software. You can also run it on here. So, for example, if I turn this on my iPad, you can something like THU, for example, or ToneX. I mean, it's half off the screen, but you can use it to run this. For example, live, if you wanted to use it as an interface and you just wanted to do this as a small gig or something like that, you want to use your iPad. You can record on an iPad, which we'll do later on as well, but you can do all that stuff on the computer as well. The iPad's just to make it easier for us here. But basically, this is powering it now. We could technically plug a guitar into it and play, but we're not. We're just basically doing a quick rundown now of what the features are. Basically, we have that little screen here. We have the big knob, which is your main volume. You've got the 2 inputs, and you've got these 4 controls. So the 4 controls, these are mix, and these are reverb. You've got a dedicated reverb for each channel, but you only hear it in the headphones. So very often, for example, singers, particularly singers, did I mention singers, will come and want to record something, and they go, I need more reverb, man. But maybe you don't want to do all the reverb, or maybe it's your iPad or your computer may have issues with processing of putting lots of reverb on for the singer. You have this dedicated reverb that the singer themselves can turn up and down. And it's not, if you're recording, it's not going to be on the recording. It's just for the headphones. So just what you hear.
That's it, just for monitoring. So it can sound like Bono. And that's on each channel.
Who else?
Separate control for each channel. There's a bunch of other controls for each channel, which are these 5 buttons up the top here. It's 48 volt Phantom for
Phantom, the old Phantom power.
Phantom for condenser mics.
Yes.
And active DIs and whatnot. There's a phase flip, which flips a phase. Say if you've got 2 mics on acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
You want to...
Sometimes it can be out of phase, and then it has this really sort of hollow sound. You can flip the phase, and then you don't get that.
Sounds really sad. High pass, which is good for vocals and, say, acoustic guitars where you don't want any sub muddying up your mix. The direct button. Now, this lets you monitor exactly what's going into the preamp.
Yes, so what you can do with this is you can actually you hit the direct button, and before it goes into anything digital, the sound will now come out of your headphones. So again, for example, if you want to, if there's a singer and you have a lot of processing, or you do a do you believe in life after love kind of auto-tune part, but you don't want that auto-tune, the singer, to hear it because it may be distracting, you can do direct sound, and you actually have a mix control where you can blend, and you can have either all direct sound or mix sounds, or you can blend it in. So quite handy for people that may want to hear more of the direct signal.
The other reason you might not want direct is if you're using an amplifier sim, say you're playing some bass for an Ampegs type, well, that kind of thing type amp sim. You want to hear the amp sim sound, so it actually sounds like a real amp, and so you turn the direct off.
Or you have a really distorted electric guitar part. You don't want to hear the clean electric guitar
Blink,
sound.
blink, blink, blink.
You just want to hear the distorted sound that comes from the software.
The last one is the instrument, which changes the impedance to sort out guitar level stuff.
Yes, if you plug in an electric guitar in directly, you need high impedance, whereas if you plug a microphone in, you need no impedance, and this is what that does. And then you've got basically a little screen here. You've got the two controls to run through the screen. The top button, so they're both dials and buttons, so that moves through different channels. So currently there's only 2 channels. You have more there because it's expandable, which we'll get into in a second. But currently there's only 2 there, and as you can also see, it remembers. So for example, if I'm on channel 1 now, I want the high pass filter and I want 48 volt because it's a singer who has a condenser microphone.
Sure.
You go to the other channel, it remembers that it wants, for example, here it wants instrument level and direct off, but it wants phase inverted on this one for whatever reason. It remembers it, right? So it remembers it from channel to channel. You've got the main mix here as well. If you click on this, it flips over to the other side. So it goes from, on this side, it's your input gain. Input gain meaning if you plug a microphone in, if you plug an instrument in, you don't want it to overpower, like overdrive the input section. So you can turn the input section down or up to your liking, depending if it's a very quiet signal or a very loud signal. This also actually has an auto gain function.
That's pretty handy if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
So it sets the optimum amount of gain hitting your preamp and therefore your recording software.
So you see that in a clip that we're going to show later on. You plug a guitar in, you strum the guitar as hard as you will strum it. It automatically knows what's the best input gain for it. It sets it to that. So you do that via this. You click that little button, the button below, and then you can select whether you want it to be, I don't know how you can read that on here, but only on the one channel, on all the channels, or then you exit. So that's your input gain, basically. You flick to the other side. With the button, you flick to the other side and you have your mix. So this is where you can set the volume for each channel, basically. Not the input volume, but the output volume, basically, for each channel. Again, by pressing it, you go between the two. On the bottom here, this will set the input gain, or output gain in this case. If you push it, you can pan. So this is also panning. So it's 2 functions. So basically with this, you go between left and right, whether you want the input gain section or whether you want the output gain section. With this, you flick here between your output gain or your pan, or on this side, the auto gain or not auto gain. So if you don't want auto gain, you can actually manually select the gain, the input gain here. I hope that makes sense. Not too complicated. All right, how about now, we're going to throw to a quick clip.
Yes. So we've set up a little demo situation, jamming along.
And in a demo situation, we're actually using extra things, which we'll talk about after the clip. But first, here's a clip of a super duper amazing #1 hit that we recorded. So Alex, how are you?
Hi, I can hear you.
I can hear you too. You're somewhere else.
I am.
He's over there.
I'm in a different place to where the other place is.
So should we quickly now check input gain levels, Alex?
Can do. I'll play some bass notes.
Awesome. Okay, you're all set.
Groovy.
This is me now. I think we're all input gain leveled, Alex.
That's a verb.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
So, should we now record our #1 worldwide hit?
Yes, just remind me of the title.
It's called, this is the 17th take.
First time every time.
Yes, let's do it.
Very short song, isn't it?
That's all we need.
Okay, let's go on tour.
Let's do it. All right, so that was a marvelous clip of some marvelous stuff with this.
Get the gist.
But you get the gist. So I think, and what we sort of hopefully showed in the clip as well is, this is not only an interface with 2 inputs and ADAT capabilities and all that sort of stuff, but what do you do when you buy an interface and then all of a sudden you go, I need more channels, I need more, right?
No.
You need more you. This is actually quite a handy thing. So this is kind of a modular interface. You get these More You X2s, and there's also X4 and X8. I'm not sure if they're out yet, but there's multiples of these. And you can actually connect up to, well, 7 and 8 with this. So 8 all up, 7 of these with the main thing. To expand your channels. Now, not only do you expand your channels, but it also means, for example, if you're rehearsing in a band, each one in your band could have one of these sitting next to them. Each one of them has their own inputs, own reverb and mix controls. So you have this one, the hub is basically, you need one of those. This is the main thing. You could also connect up to 8 of these together. You don't need the X2s. You could have everyone in your band. If there's 4 of you in a band, everyone could have one of these. And when you get together, you connect them all together and record onto one computer because they all become one. If that makes sense. Also, this is a really handy thing for silent rehearsing as well, for example, or for rehearsals. If you have a bunch of you sitting together and you're rehearsing, everyone could have their own inputs and their own mix next to them.
And we hub. So they have a really cool situation where it's all powered down a single XLR cable.
Yeah.
Now, it's just a 3-pin cable. They do recommend, if you're going over sort of 20 feet or so, to use a high impedance DMX type cable, which is cool. That's easy to get.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you can just use a microphone cable. Now, we should say we did this, and there's a little bit of order of operations you should know.
Yeah.
We need to plug this in first before you power it up. Just so
Also, should mention, actually, as we're doing it, so for example, before I had my iPad plugged into it and my iPad powered it, and I'll show a little video of it. As you power it up, depending on how much power, how much juice your power supply has, or how much juice your laptop has, or computer has, or your iPad has, it will actually tell you on the power up screen how many of these external things it will power up.
Yep.
So with the iPad, it said 0.
Yep.
We have now just a normal, this is the end of just a normal iPad charger that comes with your normal iPad. If you power it up, it actually says it can power up to 2 extra ones. But there's an order, so you have to plug the XLR in before you power it up. And you plug the male end, this end, right? You plug it into here.
Wow.
The female end goes into there.
Like
right?
that.
And then we're going to plug this in, the power, into so you have the 2, you've got the USB and the power. It says power. This goes into the one that says power. And it's powering up now. And on power up, it will say you can power, I don't know if you can read it, up to 2. And it powers this on as well. So this is now powered via the XLR cable. Now don't try, because we have done this, don't try and plug the XLR cable in as the power is on, because then it won't turn it on.
Yeah, just
It's kind of a safety thing, I guess, so you don't have electricity with metal ends.
I guess so.
So you've got to plug it in and then you power it on. Also should mention, if you plug multiples of these in, each one of these will be a different color.
Yeah, so this is the green one. Each of them have these plastic tabs on the side, which is a cool little thing with the logo. But if you unscrew and flip them around, they have a mic stand clip.
Which again, in the clip we had before, Alex had it on the mic stands.
And they work really well. They're really robust plastic, clip on, nice and tight,
and
it won't move.
On here as well. So this one has it as well on both sides.
Either sides,
either side of it, you can do it. And so now, before, when I was scrolling through here, it would only let me scroll through 2 channels, but now it lets me scroll through 4 channels. So this is still, all the control is being done via this. Yeah. On here, you have reverb and mix control, and you have an overall volume. and you have talkback. So with talkback now, and the microphones are built in, and you saw that in a clip as well, you can do talkback, so you can chat to each other without having to have a separate microphone set up, which often you do with talkback. And so you can hook up to 7 of these to the hub, so 8 all up, which means you get 16 inputs. And then via the ADAT, you can add another 8 to it, so you can have up to 24 inputs.
That's a lot of friends.
All up, if you have that many friends. Yeah. But I mean, it's always expanding stuff is always a thing. Like I had in my studio as well, I had my other interface. I had 4 inputs. I wanted more, so via ADAT I bought an 8 mic pre-rack. Expanding is always a thing. You can use that same 8 mic pre-rack with this, but I think the idea of having a bunch of these, and if you're in a band and each one of you has one, because I mean technically, I'm the guitarist and maybe sing, all I need is 2 inputs. Technically. The keyboard player, technically, all he needs is 2 inputs, right?
Technically sings.
Technically. The singer technically only needs 1 input. So you don't need... Each one of you in a band could have one of these. Yep. Or one of you could have that and the others have these. You can record at home, but you can bring them together and use them as a recording thing for the whole band, or just as a monitoring thing, like a live mixer. This is where the direct thing comes in handy too, because you can, whatever you plug into it, it doesn't go through a computer. It comes straight out of there. So it's handy, I think.
I think the modularity is the selling point for this one.
Absolutely,
There's lots of great sounding interfaces out there now in the world of home recording, but this simple way of connecting them is pretty impressive. One's a single mic cable, and it's all controlled off the one brain setup. It's kind of, can't get it wrong.
And it tells you in a manual the voltage you need, wattage you need for your USB power. If you want to plug in multiples, you need higher wattage. So with the normal iPad that comes with the iPad power supply, you can power 2 extra ones, so 3 all up. It powers that plus 2 more. Depending on your computer and I guess how much juice. Do they have different USB outputs? Do they have different outputs? I guess
amperage and draw.
You can power up multiples of these, but all you need is an external power supply, and you can also plug in your computer or iPad via USB, so you can do both. So pretty easily done. And I've got to say, it seems built well. I mean, let's unplug these now because it's just so we can hold it up. It seems built well. It seems quality. I think you mentioned as well when you put it on a mic stand when we're doing a little track. It was quite sturdy on there. It wasn't wobbly.
Very much so.
It felt good.
It's all plastic, but good quality plastics. Each of them have a rubber surround, so they won't mark up that much if you throw them in backpacks and that kind of thing.
And it does. I mean,
it's got rubber feet.
I'm pushing the table over, and I'm it does. Yes. It does grip.
Nice functional. Yeah, cool.
Which often you don't want, when you plug stuff in, you don't want stuff to slide. Yeah. You want it to be I think it's pretty handy. I think they're really cool. It sounds good. I mean, our track, you'll hear it on all the Spotify playlists.
Going straight to cassette, that one.
All 8 bars of it.
Yep.
Or 4 bars of it, or whatever it is.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that's the XVive More You Hub and More You X2. Like I said, I don't know if they're out yet or will be out. There's an X4 and an X8 as well. So basically this, but with 4 channels and with 8 channels. So I'm guessing if it's the 8-channel one, that's the one you can use.
Sure.
Or it'd be interesting if you could. No, you can't. I don't think you could use multiples of the X8. No.
It's got only so many channels.
So many channels to process. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so that's that. Big thank you. Also should mention this is on loan, so this is not given to us. This is on loan by XVive Australia. So big thank you to XVive Australia. And there's links to, I think if you're in Australia and you're looking for a retailer, there's links to that below.
So we can answer some questions in the meantime, but they will go back at some point.
They will go back at some stage,
answer all your questions. Yeah. Links below to socials and podcasts. Check those out if you got the need to be cool.
If you feel the need.
Yeah.
For stuff. And on that note, I'm going to put up a playlist of... What playlist should we put up? XVive stuff. Yes. Here. See you next time.
Bye.